What's up, guys? This is your host, Kavaski Irvin, the host of the Humming Podcast. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you so much for being here because this is the opportunity we get to spend together. And I told you guys I was coming back, and I'm already back. Shout out to y'all for focusing in on the podcast because we need that love, that energy. Listen, we finna go in on this book, The History of the Chicago Bulls. In this history book, it goes all the way back to 1965 when they selected the fourth overall pick of the Baltimore Bullets. And now Bulls owner Dick Klein, and we gonna jump in. We got Sloan right there, Jerry Sloan, 1965, Jerry Sloan. We're gonna look at Jerry Sloan, and we're gonna talk about some of the details. So we got some basketball guys that look just like the Bulls from today's age, I mean seriously from today's age, since they got the high socks, they rocking the Adidas shoes. In one of the pictures, I'm sure this picture, that's Bob Love. They love that guy. They said he was a legend. Norman Van Leer. This is 1970s. We got Chet Walker, Roland Scott, Dennis Autry, Bob Weiss, or Bob Weiss, however you want to say it, and Sloan. It seems to me like Sloan was just a popular guy. He just had to look like he wasn't supposed to be there. That's how it seemed to me. Like he was just like popular, just so happened to know how to do it. Instead of coaching in college, Sloan became a Bulls assistant coach and was named the team's head coach in 1979. Okay. All right. See, these times basketball was so basic. It was like it's too basic to me. And then we got Chet Walker puts up a shot as Phil Jackson of the New York Knicks defends, and this was from November the 2nd, 1974. Phil Jackson. Oh, who was Phil Jackson? Let's think about that name. So, yeah, we got to think about that. So this is basically just chapter 1. It's a lot going on in chapter 1. And I do believe I got the video going too. So y'all should be able to see me just kind of just chilling here reading this. I mean, we could look at it like this, as a matter of fact. I don't even care. We could do it just like this. Boom, that's the guy. Boom, that's your boy, MJ. I'm going to read that out real quick. What it say? Details of his legend are worn now. As smooth as the marble at the base of his statue outside the United Center, the fourth of James and Dolores Jordan's fifth children, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, was born February 17, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York. Not long afterward, his family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where his father worked at the General Electric plant and his mother was employed by a bank. Michael's older brothers were Ronnie and Larry, and Dolores was his older sister. Behind him was his little sister, Rosalind. With both parents working, the setting was idyllic enough. A two-story brick house from which Michael launched daily adventures in baseball, football, and basketball. Baseball was his favorite, as he has, or is a little quotation said he pitched a one hitter in a Dixie Youth Baseball Championship game at age 12. As he explained many times, he was good at baseball, but round ball was his gift. So Michael Jordan left the University of North Carolina his junior season in 1984. So he was drafted then and won his first championship in 91. And it was a beautiful thing, as you can see. It says he was about 5'10" and playing for Wilmington's DC Virgo Junior High School when he stole a ball in a game and dunked for the first time. It was a baby dunk, just basic, Michael said. So think about it. It's, everybody know this story. We got two iconic pictures right here, side by side. Very, very nice pictures. I appreciate the look and gloss of these two pictures here. Very nice. And then we got another nice one right after with the lay on Larry. More nice pictures here too, and it's just like this is what I was talking about in my last podcast about how when you have that outlier show up, you got to make adjustments to compensate for that. We could talk about COVID virus real quick. Think about when COVID happened and the world shut down because of an epidemic, a virus that passed through. There were necessary adjustments that needed to be made based on the internet, based on person to person, based on the things that needed to be sold, the goods that needed to be held off on, things like this, the companies that needed to recognize, people who needed to recognize, things that needed to recognize. And it was a shift on a lot. It was a big change. So just like that change happened, Michael Jordan was that outlier in this time period, which happened not only when he got into the NBA, but when he got his when he got his shoe deal. When he got that shoe deal and changed the game of how it was going to happen and got that big deal, it was like he literally set himself up for he set the himself up for a future forever, but he set up an ever changing cycle of how the game would be looked at. He now was getting paid for his likeness, and as we see in athletes of today's age, they get paid for their likeness in at a college level. It's the likeness which is important. And I was watching the movie, the Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan movie air a little bit earlier, and I saw how his mom was saying how it's just a shoe. A shoe is just a shoe until Michael Jordan steps in it, her son. And that was good recognition. When the guy showed up to her, he said, ma'am, I believe you are the only person in this world who knows this young man is different. And then her counter for that was when she made that deal, said I need him to get paid for his likeness in every shoe that sells. Her counter for that was he's my son, and I know he's going to win championships, MVPs, defensive MVPs, All NBA, All Pro, All Star, all these different things. I say All Pro, but that's a little bit different. And he's going to win all these stuff or things because she knew it. And she called it. She was right on the money. But that's how she got that deal. She made it happen based on that. Now, as we continue to go through the story, Michael Jordan needed help. It wasn't that he was going to do it by himself, but he needed those key components in order to make it happen. And as you get paid for your likeness, as you get paid for being there, especially in today's age as well. Think about it. You might, back whenever it first started in basketball, it might have been a room full of 20 people max based on the trainers and stuff and the coaches and the staff and all the stuff and the guys, of course. 20 people, 25 people. Now you're going to have about 60 people plus, all the excess stuff that's going to come with it, from shoes to bags to clothes to equipment and gear, all this extra stuff. You're going to need a lot more space and a lot more things. In my last podcast, I talked about McDonald's, how it started out in just a small little building, just serving burgers. Now they can completely serve you at based on any craving you may have or may need. And here you go. They're providing this convenience for you, so you don't have to go elsewhere to even cook. So now you got that convenience right at your front door. That's a benefit. I mean, you can't ask for more, because I mean they literally are pulling up. You're pulling up with anything that's on your mind or belly. Let's jump to here's another cool picture for the vid. MJ himself right there. Wow. In the movie Air, this chapter is called the number two. This chapter is the second chapter. It's called The Air Show. The movie Air, when that nerd engineer guy is conforming and creating his shoe for the shoe for Michael Jordan, is so awesome because it's like he's so encapsulated by this idea. After I finished watching the show or that movie, I immediately understood what I needed to do. And what I need to do is let you guys know how I really feel. Like that's why I told y'all this was gonna be a different one for me. Because listen, not only do I love podcasting, but I love being able to help you guys. You see, I had a really tough childhood, man. Like I grew up as a so I'm gonna tell the story, then I'm gonna jump back. So I had a really tough childhood. And this is the story. I didn't believe I played football my whole youth. When I was really young, all the way up until I got older. And I started to learn that it was important that if I had a skill, that I hone into it. And so I started to hone into sports and I started to get better at it and take it a little more serious. I sacrificed for it and I did things so that I could make sure that it was a part of my life. And as even when it came to me being a young boy and wanting to crave other things, I knew I had to give that stuff up by any means if I ever wanted to play this sport and give it a chance to work something in my life. I got to the point where I started to hear guys and coaches say, no excuses, no excuses. And so I started to apply that stuff to my real life. Like no excuses. It's no excuse why you can't be great. It's no excuse why you can't do this. It's no excuse why you can't make this happen. And then I started to think as I got older and older and older, I'm like, some of the things I went through, I feel this way in real life, and it's not an excuse. Like I really went through some crazier things in life than the average guy. I know some people don't make excuses, but I'm serious. I went through some stuff that I shouldn't have went through as a youth, and it really bothers me. And I know that's like an excuse, but I gotta let that stuff go. I have to let that be known. Like I really was struggling, and it's not only important for me to be on a podcast because of this. I know I could do other stuff, but it's important for me to let y'all know because of who I am. Like I was really affected as a kid when it comes to my spirit. I didn't know if I was gonna have a future. I didn't know if I was gonna continue in this life with happiness and love and joy and stuff like this. But of course, as you know, I'm a Christian and I was saved at a younger age. I was saved about 14 to 13 years old. But my original accepting Christ in my heart came when I was about 5 or 6. But I went and redone that so that I could make sure I was in my right mind that I was older. And I made that commitment from a real from me, not just because I felt led by peer pressure or something like that. But I wanted to know and be baptized for real, and so that did happen for me. But the thing is, when I was watching that show, Michael Jordan, the Air Show, and I related more to the guy that wasn't playing sports, more to the guy who was trying to sell the deal, who was trying to get the deal across because of the passion that he felt. You see, I was one of those athletes where I never really had to like. I tried hard because I had to work hard for my positions, but I never really had to. I never really had to beg and cry because I put in that work. I worked hard enough, and then what you reap, you get. What you reap, you sow. And so I kind of want to get on here and let y'all know, like, you can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Just don't give up. It's certain stuff that you may feel like a waste of time, but it's not a waste of time. You got to let it come back around. You got to let it happen. Just like the earth, it starts today. It's daytime, but then if you get so discouraged that when it turn night that you don't think it's gonna turn day again, that's a problem because it's gonna come back today. That's not up to you. It's not up to me. It's no one. And I mean, I'm emotional right now a little bit because like as I continue to think about where my podcast started from, all the people I've met, all the relationships I've had in my life, as I think about these things day after day after day, and I think about the little bit of friendships I have right now and how special they were to me once before, and I think about how I wish my friends think about me, the people I met in my past. I wish our relationships worked, and I wish it was we still had them. It's nothing I can do. These people aren't in my life anymore, and I gotta accept the fact that they're not. I mean, I gotta accept this, and I mean, it's not something I want to, but I have to, so that I can be great in my own personal life, so we can maybe one day see each other in the future. Also, I continue to study. Let's continue to read through this. I don't know if I showed you. I didn't show y'all this one. Look at that. It's a very good picture. So I was watching that movie earlier, and it really inspired me to get up and just come and make my podcast for the day, and let you guys know how I felt about and what I was gonna be the new book that we were gonna work through. This is the fastest book we ever worked through, I'm sure. Well, no, we worked through shorter books, but this is the one book that's kind of like fully encapsulating, like, gonna get a big message across that I'm working through. It's like the one. So many guys that was a part of this organization that excelled it, that excelled it to a new position. Like, I need to I need more people around so they can help me excel not only my podcast but my presence in business. I want to be I want to be a force in business, and I am already. I've already established myself in business, but I want to be a force. I want to show people that not only do I love and enjoy doing this, but I will continue to be this person and continue to do this. I'm not trying to have a set schedule. I'm trying to have a schedule where I feel like I can create best. Like, that's what I have right now, and I want to keep it like this. I want to keep it this way, so I have to continue to work hard when I have time to work, just like I'm doing right now. I want you guys to also know one thing. Let me go ahead and share this video real quick if I can on X. Oh no, that's different. I don't think I can do it like that. I don't think it works that way. I guess it does. Um, I don't know. I'm not trying to mess up nothing, but I do. I just want y'all to know I've been working for quite a while, and you guys have seen me. But I want to shout out to everybody who recently followed the podcast. Thank you so much for following. Thank you guys for listening. Thank y'all for being a part of the Humming Podcast with me, and cause you're awesome. Y'all amazing. Y'all doing justice to me by being here. I'm not one of these young kids who are just doing this for fun. I'm actually someone out here in the community working and doing this. Like, I'm not just a kid doing this. I'm actually working and doing this, and because I enjoy it, and I don't ever want to give it up. I want this to be a part of the way I write my next book. But let's keep going. This is what I want to. I want to get on. I want to come and I want to share the gospel with you guys one more time before we move on, and then we talk about the rest of that book. Okay, so guys, you guys know I have a love in my spirit. And this morning I made a point to tell my pastor and the other men, my brothers from church, we're Christian people, and we give our life daily, and we take up our cross daily unto Christ. And I had the pleasure to let the guys know about a little bit about my walk. And they was like, the question was, how if someone was to look at your life, how would they see Jesus, evidence of Jesus in your life? The point I made with them was this. I said, well, if there was a camera on me every day and you guys could see my life, you would know Jesus' presence in my life by the way, like maybe it would be if you were to see me interacting with women and you think, okay, that's a perfect woman for him, blah blah blah, or that's a good looking woman, or that's a woman, nice woman, or whatever, and I don't make a pass at her, but I simply enjoy that time, and because this would happen, and this will be evidence of Jesus in my life, because I'm looking for a specific type of woman, a godly woman, not just another woman that I see in my everyday life, but I'm looking for a specific type of woman, a woman who can protect my spirit in prayer, who can cover me in prayer, pray with me, who can love on me, continue to keep my interests best in heart. And a woman like this is what I seek. A woman like this is who I'm seeking. And I, this is how you can see evidence in my life. The evidence in the Jesus that I'm serving is because God is so good. For God gave his only son. You know, for God loved the world that he gave his only son. This is a verse that we know. And in church where we were just talking about misunderstandings and who how we talked about the death of Lazarus and how upsetting it was to the people closest to him, and how Lazarus was close to Jesus, and how not only was Jesus close to him, but they believed that if Jesus had been with them when this happened, that he wouldn't have died and Jesus would have saved them. But Jesus said, it's good that I wasn't there, that with you all, therefore you might believe. And so I'm gonna run over here. I think I just found it. And so I'm gonna read it for you guys here. It says, and I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, to the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. Okay? And then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him. Then when Jesus came, he found that he had lain in the grave 4 days already. Okay, so as I share the gospel and talk about this verse, and we look at the point where it says, Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live again. Lazarus believed in Jesus. This is why he lived again. He believed in Jesus. This is why he lived again. I don't call myself Christian because I just feel like a Christian. I call myself Christian because I believe in Jesus, and I know that he is good and faithful to not only raise himself from the dead, but to raise believers up from their dead. When I believed on him, my eyes opened and I became alive, and I shall never perish again. I shall never die again. Because when I die in my flesh, when I die one day and Jesus comes back to this earth, he will raise me up with him. He will raise me up again, because he is. Right now I have the power in me. Right now I have the spirit in me. Right now I have the love, the joy, all these good things in me. But it's going to come a time where I will always have this, and it will be forever worketh in me. It will be forever completed in me. That is my goal, is to continue to work this through me, in me, out of me, there that I might serve the Lord God and that I might live in his will. And this is an opportunity. This is why I am able to share in this podcast with you guys. That's why I'm able to be active on the podcast with you guys and continue to make videos and different things. I'm gonna let you know in the next podcast I do. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go live also on Facebook, and we may share the gospel again there for sure, so that we can get that point across of seriously why I'm doing my podcast. I wrote my first book to share the gospel. My next book is about to be about evangelism. I'm not joking about getting this message across for you guys. Also, inviting you guys to a podcast and a Instagram account, which is doing the same sort of type of business I'm doing in a different manner because it's already in motion. But this podcast and this Instagram account is called Leaders. Called Leaders. Let me go make sure you can find it this way. Yep. CALLEDLEADERS. Called Leaders. And you guys will be able to find it just like that on Instagram and on the podcast. So as you continue to work, keep your faith. Jesus came to this earth in a position of lowliness. He was innocent. He was carrying the spirit of God. He was a humble shepherd. And he came to call his sheep. He came to recover his sheep. He came to shepherd over his sheep so that you don't be left behind, left out, so that you don't be forgotten, so that you will come back to him. His sheep, if you are his sheep, come back to him so he can shepherd you and trust in him, listen to him, obey him. When he speaks, acknowledge and act according. He is the Lord of Lords, and therefore you should, when he speaks, obey his commands. Study the word, that therefore you can obey the commands that he has made. And this is how you be an obedient follower of Jesus. But you follow in faith, knowing that he is good to finish out a good work that he has done. Do you get me? Knowing that he is good to finish out a good work that he has done, that he has began. Ephesians. No, this is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 29:11. Yeah, 29:11. I'm gonna read that one for you guys. And I believe it's for he knoweth the good work. For he that worketh the good work in me is good to complete it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. Okay, I was mixing that verse up with the one from Ephesians, but I gotta go to Ephesians to find that other one. But I meant this one, a plan to give you a future and a hope. So this is what he's good to do. Think about that, guys. Trust and believe, because he is good to do the work. I've had like I tell you about my childhood. I mean, it was tough, and I did the best I could working out my salvation. Working out my salvation. Working out my salvation. This is for me. And I had times in my childhood where people tried to tell me I had this illness or this sickness or this thought process or this, but I had my faith in him to redeem me. And that is the work that he's doing right now. He's doing that redeeming work, that saving work right now. And so I want to share. I'm going to share. And I know I want, but I'm going to share these things with you guys so that you guys can get that saving goodness as well. That saving goodness. And I'm thankful that you guys take time to listen, enjoy, and acknowledge a good podcast when we got one. I can't wait to have more interactors on a daily basis because that is going to bring us opportunity to have questions, have back and forth dialogue, and I'm just excited about that. I'm also I need to give you guys some kind of some more play by play updates, kind of, if you will, like show you some stuff that I just truly I cannot get enough of. And I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start with this one I just came across because it's so powerful. Like, I mean, it's stuff like this that's just magical. It's just magical. It's like how can I not share this stuff? Like, how can I see this and not acknowledge how awesome it is? Let me see. It's some features on the PC that I didn't know they had. So I'm getting lost as I'm trying to do this stuff on PC. I'm getting kind of lost. It's getting kind of hard to help y'all see because I don't know how to go to my saves, view archive. I'm trying to go to the videos I saved. All right, that ain't definitely ain't it. More save. Yes, that's it. I just saved this one. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Share the screen. All right, so I don't have the audio on right now. But all right, so look what we got here. This girl right here, I'm not gonna share her voice. As a matter of fact, I don't think it'll be smart to share her voice. She don't know me, but look at this thing that she just created. It's like she created an image of this butterfly, and this was back December 15th, 2024. She created like a butterfly sweater with his palette on the back of it, and I think she's so dope. Like, as a creator, as a all of that. I think she's so dope for doing that. You know, that's not my passion, but I want to start to shine more of a light at some of the stuff I enjoy. And so, yeah, you see that. And let me go to IG real quick. And I'm going to pull up some more stuff that I want to share with you guys. There's so much stuff on here I could share. Look at that. We got D Rose here. Let's go ahead and jump back over here and do that. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna start here. Let's see what D-Rose.
Feel good to be back, huh?
Roses need water and sunlight to grow.
You want to be good or great?
Great.
Starting at guard from Chicago, #1. Feel good to be back, huh?
Whoa.
Roses need water and sunlight to grow. But this rose
Serve you up, son.
needed a city.
Bro.
A city that believes from Inglewood to Lakeshore.
Let's go, D-Rose.
And a quiet
Look.
kid with a loud dream.
You know the thing about it is D-Rose.
A city that raises you with tough love and lifts you up in tough times.
He was homegrown.
A city where family extends beyond a single tree, planting seeds of hope when you need it most. A city that stays together no matter how hard the wind blows.
You'll get some love when you come up in here. You understand that, don't you?
A city whose soil is rich with wisdom.
Yeah, you see them banners up there, boy.
I'm still feeling seeing no elbow in my chest.
Passed down through generations.
Yeah.
A city that stands as tall as its skyline, showing us all how to rise above. A rose can be many colors, but this rose will forever be Chicago Red.
That's fire, broski. Look, Adidas got their get back in D-Rose. Think about it. When you watch the movie Air, Adidas was the one on top. And then what happened? Michael Jordan went with Nike. And so Adidas got their get back by getting D-Rose, but D-Rose didn't come through like that on that. That's my favorite player still, but still he didn't come through with the championships. Ain't nothing I could do about that. I mean, that just happened. After Jordan retired from the Bulls in 1999, there was a strong sense of Krause that Krause was about to rebuild on the strength of the 2001 draft. When the GM managed to acquire the number 2 and number 4 overall picks from the draft, young centers Tyson Chandler and Eddie Curry, the next year Krause used the second overall pick to take Jay Williams, who had led Duke to an NCAA championship. Williams was slated to be the team's next great guard and was well on his way to realizing his promise when a June 2003 motorcycle wreck cost him his career. Wow. I'm gonna look him up real quick. Jay Williams for Duke. Let me go look him up real quick so I can see it. I don't even know who he is. But y'all, you see how that dude career just went away like that? Jay Williams, Duke, and it's like, man, this is him right here. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. So you can see. That's Jay Williams right there. I never seen this guy. He put his all in basketball. You see? That's Jay Williams, man. I never knew that he was supposed to be that guy. Put it all into his hands, and it wasn't able to happen because of a car accident, man. That stuff like that is scary. Okay, let's go ahead and continue to share this real quick, and we're gonna finish out talking about D Rose right now. But I hope y'all understood the gospel that I was sharing with you guys. You gotta put faith, man. It's not a half faith or nothing like that. It's gotta be real, dude. Look at that. Sheesh. When D Rose wasn't playing basketball no more, I just felt like a void for the game. I couldn't even think like what's going on, dude? Like, why is D Rose not playing, man? Because I was so busy in my life trying to set myself up for a future type thing, and I didn't understand why he wasn't playing. I wasn't big in watching all the technicals. I'm just trying to make sure I'm living my life. I'm pretty sure D Rose got a shop that he promoting. I just don't see it right now. Hold up. I don't know. I don't know about it. I'm sure he do, but I don't got time to be looking it up. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff I got. I got a lot of stuff that I show or I see. But yeah, I'm gonna end this one right here. That's been a longer podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in with that. I'm gonna holler at y'all.